So, given the art and storyline from the new cards, it's questionable if Kassai ever actually even made it to the Everfest Carnival. Even so, she got some truly awesome new toys in this set. Most of them are pretty useful, and blood on her hands is flat out insane. And at the very least, I'm pretty sure we can all agree on two things. First, she's clearly one brutal fighter. And second, she probably needs to go take a shower. So today, I'm running down my tech picks for Kassai out of Everfest and upgrading my current Blitz list. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there folks, welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast. Thanks for tuning in, talking about my girl Kassai. It's who I'm planning on playing this weekend for Blitz, assuming I can get all the cards I need. I'm actually headed here in a little bit over to Gungai to help one of the locals open 4 of his cases. Yes, I will be recording it. Yeah, now this video will be going up in a couple days after release day. I was originally going to do it on release day, but then I remembered that all anybody wants to see is unboxing stuff, so I don't want this to get buried, so I'll just release in a couple days, and happy Saturday or Sunday, whenever it may be. But again, thanks guys for tuning in. So tonight's cast is sponsored by FabDB. That's actually what we're going to be using to upgrade, to go through the deck building process for the Kassai deck. I'm a premium member on there, and if that's something, if you want to go check out, unlock additional features, that's something that you should consider doing as well. But please head on over and check out FabDB. They're definitely one of the best resources we have available for us as Flesh and Blood players. So what I want to do tonight's a little bit of a chalk talk. Now, the last episode that went up, we actually went through the Warrior cards, talked a bit about this. Tonight, specifically, I want to run through the cards that I care, or that I am looking at anyway, for working into Kassai. Well, we'll see exact ratios and what they're going to sub in for. But, I mean, the answer is most of them, right? So let's go ahead and pop up the 5 cards that I am looking at getting into my deck for her. So the first is Blade Runner. Now, I have blue Blade Runner there because it's just a placeholder. I think we're going to end up running all 3 Blade Runners. For certain the blue, for certain the red. The yellow is a maybe. Outland Skirmish, we don't need to go much more into that. That one's it's just a strictly better Sharpened Steel. Those will be 1-to-1 swaps. Slice and Dice, we're going to figure out where those go in. I can actually see Slice and Dice, so currently, and we can go into the exact once we get there, right? But currently I run some of I run Second Swing and push forward, and I think Slice and Dice may end up taking those slots, because remember, both of those cost 1 and this one's a 0, so it's not quite the same, but I think it lets us do a little more. And then into the swing, that's going to be the one we play around with, I think, the most, because the Iron Song response with the reprise versus in the swing having to be on the second swing. I think there's a lot of play there, so we're quite frankly just going to go into it and see how it works. Now, blood on her hands is, obviously that's going in this. It's insane, insanely good. What's kind of crazy about it is I think it ends up taking the hit and run slot, right? Hit and run's hit and run yellow and blue. I run in Kassai. I think this takes yellow hit and run, but we'll have to see what the ratios look like. So anyway, those are the cards I'm looking at slotting in. Let's go ahead and head over to FabDB and build the deck. All right, folks, so we've got FabDB pulled up and ready to go. You may notice that it's suddenly light outside and I have different clothes on. That's because, fun fact, if you're going to record something, you should probably actually hit the record button. I think I was just way too excited yesterday to get out to our unboxing. So anyway, with all that said, what we're doing is we're upgrading my existing Kassai Blitz. So what we're going to do here, this is the ELE version. We're just going to clone it. And if we go back to the first page, we can go click on this guy. Now what we need to do, I always forget to do this, right? Go in and change your title. So we'll call it VR, maybe, if I can learn how to type. All right, and then you got to save it. I always forget to save it, especially on mobile, All right, so let's go in and edit this baby. Now, there's a couple I mean, we already did the chalk talk, right? But what I want to do is go add cards before we drop so we can just keep track of everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Blade Runner. That one's important. So we did say we're going to do all three. So let's stick in all three Blade Runners. Now, the swap there is Valor, right? That's what I want to try because I think they functionally do the same thing. Now, as we go through this, like I said, I know we chalk talked on pretty much what the swaps are going to be. This isn't just functionally going in and doing it because I do want to build and I want to watch what happens to our ratios. And I actually want to try and build up our yellows a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do blood on her hands because, I mean, right? And I think the swap for that is going to be hit and run yellow. I do want to keep hit and run blue, at least for the moment. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so blood on her hands is in there. Then the other one that's a no-brainer, right, is Outland Skirmish. So we're going to do the red and the yellow there. And like we talked about, it's just strictly better than Sharpened Steel. I played the red and the yellow Sharpened Steel. So to me, it's just, like I said, a no-brainer. Just go in and do those direct swaps. Okay, so right now we're plus 2 cards because we went in and we added... We took out 4 Valors and we added 6 Blade Runners. So we need to drop from somewhere. Now the other 2 cards that are really the ones that we need. Well, let's pull it up. So in the swing is something I want to have a discussion about because I don't know what the right answer here is, and I think what I want to do is try and play both in the swing red and Iron Song red. I think that's the answer. So let's go ahead and fit in the swing in. And then, you know what? One thing we need to do here, this was an older version that had 1 fate. We'll go in and add in the nourishing because that's actually what I currently have it that way. It built physically, just what hadn't been recorded. Okay, so for 10 blues, so we have in the swing, Glint, hit and run, Iron Song. I think that's the right play there. And then Steel Blade. Okay, now we want to... These are the 2 that I think we can drop. Is push forward and swing. Second swing, man. Second swing's pretty good, but we need the space, right? So for yellows we have 12 of them. And keep in mind, right, what we're swapping for, because if we're leaving in Iron Song red, right, if we're leaving in Iron Song red and bringing in the swing in my head is fitting the second swing slot, but yes, it's a react, but it's also 1 less for 1 less hit. Okay, so instead of treating it as, well, it should take Iron Song spot, I'm actually treating it as it should take the second swing slot. That's at least the thought process there. So, all right, so we have Blade Runner, drive, so go again. Yeah, let's do a quick count on go agains because so go again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 go agains. 8 go. I mean, that's better than I had before, honestly, right? Because we added the yellow Blade Runner. So then that leaves us, so how does that curve look, right? Man, I wish we had, should we go in and what about slice and dice? Yeah, I don't know how you, like, that's the thing is I don't know how you fit it in because you want to try, right? We need Out for Blood's really good. Outland Skirmish, Front Pump. Iron Song, I think we want yellow Iron Song, I think. Right, so because I want to keep the reacts in the same profile because I know that we could. Well, we talked about it. You guys are there. I know that we could just go in the swing and get guaranteed, but being able to get that first one to hit, I think, is valuable. So I think I want to stay with the Iron Songs, make the easy switch to second swing for in the swing, and then basically what we did is we traded our push forward for another go again card, and we dropped hit and run, which was a go again card, but it's for blood on our hands, which is functionally a go again card, right? So I think this is solid. That's actually at 40. That actually was faster than I thought it was going to be. But again, we were just upgrading, right? We weren't building from scratch. So that's the list that I'm going to take tonight. The one exception being that I don't have, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get Blood on Her Hands by tonight. So I am likely going to probably run, what do you think? Do you think Blue Slice and Dice? I think probably Blue Slice and Dice. It does cost us a Go Again card. So maybe I just put Yellow Hit and Run in. Yeah, that's in the deck already. That's probably the way to go. That's probably the right call. So, okay. Anyway, I will put the link to this deck up. You guys let me know what you think. I like to play, to be clear here, I like to play a more consistent, like your build may be different. I like to play a more consistent level build. There are certainly some swing for the fence type builds where she can get upwards of 14. Well, I mean, who the hell knows now with, we could sit and math it out, but with Blood on Her Hands, she can do crazy things, right? But, so we'll see tonight how much copper I can make consistently, and then that'll let me figure out consistently how we do, Blood on Her Hands and all that and set that up. So yeah, otherwise I think this looks pretty solid. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description, and, yeah, I think that'll do, right? So anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you're thinking, and keep swinging and keep second swinging, and go Commando.